Hi friends, good day. Today, let us look into quotes by Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray lived from 2nd May 1921 until 23rd April 1992 in Kolkata. He was an Indian filmmaker, screenwriter, graphic artist, music composer, and author, widely regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of the 20th century. Let me read Satyajit Ray quotes for you. Before we go in,
please subscribe for more videos. Click the bell icon for updates.
There is always some room for improvisation. Pretending to be happy is never an easy task. To truly see a person, you need vision, not eyes. I mix Indian instruments with Western instruments all the time. The director is the only person who knows what the film is about. Dominus Omnium Magister. It means God is the master of all things. Having common sense is the most uncommon thing among the common people. The only situations that are ever worth anything are the solutions that people find themselves. If the theme is simple, you can include 100 details that create the illusion of actuality better. Cinema's characteristic forte is its ability to capture and communicate the intimacies of the human mind. Being a boy is not that easy as it seems to the world. A storm of thoughts inside their head and yet always a smile on their face. When I write an original story, I write about people I know firsthand and situations I am familiar with. I don't write stories about the 19th century. I don't understand these national awards because half of these who sit in judgment over Indian films do not possess the competence to evaluate a film correctly. Particularly in the final stages, I always find that I am rushed. It's dangerous when you are rushed in the editing stage. Most of my early films are flawed in the cutting. Well, the Bombay film wasn't always like how it is now. It did have a local industry. There were realistic films made on local scenes, but it gradually changed over the years. I wouldn't mind taking a rest for 3 or 4 months, but I have to keep on making films for the sake of my crew, who just wait for the next film because they are not on a fixed salary. When I am shooting on location, you get ideas on the spot, new angles. You make not major changes but important modifications that you can't do on a set. I do that because you have to be economical. Last but not least, in fact, this is most important. You need a happy ending. However, if you can create tragic situations and jerk a few tears before the happy ending, it will work much better. I have made 17 or 18 films now, only 2 of which have been original screenplays. All the others have been based on short stories or novels, and I find the long short story ideal for adaptation. What is attempted in these films is, of course, a synthesis, but it can be seen by someone who has his feet in both cultures, someone who will bring to bear on the film's involvement and detachment in equal measure. When a new character appears in your tale, you must describe his looks and clothes in some detail. If you don't read, your reader may imagine certain things on his own, which will probably not fit whatever you say later on. So, somehow, I feel that an ordinary person, the man in the street if you like, is a more challenging subject for exploration than people in the heroic mold. It is the half shades, the hardly audible notes that I want to capture and explore. Ray doesn't go into lengthy descriptions, yet you can see, even feel it all happening. That's enough to bring out the goose pimples. Clearly, here the filmmaker in Ray gave him an edge over other writers. His words were brief, simple, lucid, but the impression that emerged was extraordinarily rich in detail. If you take some words at random and put them together, it becomes gibberish. And everyone who knows the meaning of words knows it as such. But if you take unrelated moving images and string them together, there will always be some people who will hold that the resultant strip of celluloid aims at some profundity. While devices cannot replace imagination, they can certainly influence it and even mold it. Devices are there for the artists to use if they so wish. With them, they can say new things in a new way or even old things in a new way. Or if they choose, they can ignore the devices and say new things in an old way or old things in an old way. Please do mention in the comments which quote you like the best. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and do share.